Now look how I've been to myself, yeah. Destroying the runner-ups. Look at these people, look at them just holding their dollars up, yeah. Applying the pressure, haven't you got enough? You wasn't outside with the guys in the shows. They claiming they shooting, but where's the pose? I'm out in the field and this the deal. It's nothing but rats and this is the real. It's nothing but facts. But people lie, I guess I lie too. I'm not alone, 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 alone. And what you keep inside can be lies too. Where's your self-control? Where's your self-control?
All you cool cats and kittens. Nah, that's
Hi, I'm Mykel, and today I'm gonna be talking with Long Beach native and artist HeyDeon. How you doing, bro?
What's up, niggas?
Shit, so it's been a minute since I've seen you, bro. How you been, you know, during the pandemic and all that? How's life?
Same like everybody, trying to figure out, you know, just to live life the best, despite the restrictions. Just trying to stay sane, get out the house, and try to appreciate the little things. That's what I'm really doing right now.
That's
Not
fire.
too much.
I feel that. So I've been seeing you on like a lot of different things, like campaign-wise. It's always been like that though. Like even a couple of years ago, you were still like on, not really modeling, but people would still put you in the brands to model and stuff like that. But now it's definitely been popping out, especially with the milk. I see the skin glowing today and all that.
Come on.
So I mean, like, how do you go about getting one of those? You know, like how do they reach out to you, or do you really like?
Yeah, everybody has always reached out to me. I just get lucky. I want to say, like, I look good. I think so. I got a nice personality. They love people with character.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have all those elements and pushing positivity, and they know that it's something that could be marketed and spread worldwide, of course people will like reach out. And you know, people love black. I don't know what else to say, you know, especially like if you black male, at least 5'11" and up, skinny, can put on nice clothes and things sit well.
Black run the world again. It's us. Easy.
We always ran the world.
Yeah.
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 So,
but now it's just, you know, social media pushing that black empowerment is a lot easier. So definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
So
I would say that.
That's hard. That's hard.
Just lucky situations. I wouldn't know what to tell somebody else what to do to get jobs or anything, you know. But just be yourself, and just if people like what you bring to the table and like how you look, and if it can be mass produced to the masses.
Because today it's all about monetization, like monetizing off of anything you can. Because if it don't make money, it really don't make sense at this point.
It don't make money. It don't make sense.
Yeah, so I feel that.
But yeah, let me get myself right a little bit. You know, it folds up a little bit. That's the ACG. It's just too stiff.
That's fire. That's fire. So, as far as like pandemic-wise goes, has it really affected your workflow, like musically? Would you say?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you can't do shows. I was thriving off shows, independent shows. You know.
Definitely.
You can't do that no more. So it's like I don't really have the proper resources to do virtual shows. You know. So it's like I have to rely on other aspects. So like that's why I would love to take a modeling job. Like what? Because I know it's guaranteed. Shows is not guaranteed. You know, you can't really benefit so much because like who's really gonna pay X amount of money to watch you from home? Like on a, like on a laptop.
And you're just gonna be putting your money into this virtual show that like nobody really gonna watch. Yeah, I feel you.
Like I understand like it's pros and cons. Like of course content, and people probably would watch and like but it's just not the same. It's not organic, you know? I feel like when people do virtual shows, it's so many takes put into it, and then it's perfected. So it's not.
It takes away from the organic.
Your rawness. Like, say if you go to a show and you see somebody mess up, you don't get that no more. You can't get that through like a virtual show because they're gonna make sure it's perfect. Everything is cut right. Every note is to a T. But it's like, that's not real.
Yeah.
And I just don't see myself doing that right now. I'd rather just perfect songs, and then when the song is ready, I release that.
Yeah, and I could say definitely, bro, like, I've been here since, like, the start, bro. You have definitely been perfecting your sound. Like, even hearing Love in the Basket, you just dropped Love in the Basket. I fucking love that record. And it's like,
man,
would you say at this point, like, maybe not perfected, but, like, you kind of got the sense of your sound down? Because it's like, Loki, you've been killing it, bro. Like, real shit. I haven't told you that in a minute, but I'm always, like, supporting, of course. You've been killing it, bro. Like, even, like, Emotional Wreck. Like, I would love that album. Like, fire-ass album.
10 out of 10.
10, literally, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's no skips, man.
That shit's fire.
I say, with the music, at least, like, I know what I can do, and I know what I can't. So I was able to work with my friends all the time and perfect the one sound that we starting with Cassius from Long Story Short, and we just develop the sound, at least like merging genres into one, but staying true to ourselves, you know, and what we like to make. So it's the soundtracks to our lives rather than just my life, you know. Of course, like the content, like the lyrics wise, is based off what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through, and like how I'm feeling. But it's the sonics of it. It's all of ours. It's just one, you know.
Yeah, because the sonics, like, sonically, like, you could tell, like, even on a record, like, which one? I would say Unbalanced on Emotional Wreck. I don't know what it is about that song, but that sounds like a Deon track.
That's
like,
Cassius.
Off the rep.
That's
like,
me and Cassius. That's
it just,
you know.
It's just that, like, natural ability. Like, I don't know if it's the la-da-da-da-da, dee-dee-das, but it's like just everything about that record. It just, nobody else could hop on that record.
Yeah. It's because, like, he brings a lot out of me. And I always want him to be, you know, pushing the music, like, all the time. Like, I would ask him, like, yo, even if you, like, not working on stuff like what anybody else, I would buy whatever you got right now that you just want for yourself, and, like, I will do what I can, because I want him to be a part of everything.
That's
anything
fire.
I release, like, I want him, because he's a legend in himself, and, like, he has a talent that everybody needs to see. Honestly, it's not about me when I work with Cassius. It's just like, I want him to get the best, you know. I want him to be the best version of himself, and for people to listen to it and be like, what is this? Who is this? Where did this come from? But it's something that he's been doing for years, even before me.
Yeah. That's fire though, because a lot of people don't do that. Like, that's real rare now. Like, people will, like, work with their homies or whatever the case is, but once they get their sound from whatever them and their homies was experimenting on, they just go away. You know, like, they go to whoever else is popping, or go somewhere where they know they're gonna, like, get bigger off of. Like, that's fire to hear someone just still, like, real local, still true to, like, the people who was with you before you even came up.
Fact. My whole thing is that I only really like working with people that I know their first, middle, last name. Typically, if I know your story, if I met your family, if I was at your house, if I was laying on your couch, like laying on the floor or whatever, like we did things together more than just meeting up one time and then that's it. I like to work with people I know that if I was down, they will try to pick me up somehow, some way, and I'll do the same for them. That's all I want around me. Because that's the ones that's gonna be there even when nobody is gonna be there no more. Like,
definitely.
Because this stuff don't last forever. It's temporary.
Everything's temporary. So that's fire. That's for sure fire,
man.
bro. So I want to take it back. Do you remember where we first met, like, in person?
First met Long Beach City College, right?
Shit, okay, I didn't know we met at LVCC. I forgot about that. But all right, I'm gonna take it further back.
Long Beach City College.
I thought we met at Long Story Short's listening party. I believe that was the first time I met you, right? Or not? We met at LBCC.
LBCC.
Oh, that's crazy. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we met at LBCC.
I met you at LBCC, and I said your government.
That's crazy.
I said your government name. When you was walking, we was at the main campus. You was walking, I said your government.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Long Story Short wasn't out there.
No, nothing was out there. Yeah. Cause I remember, like it was a long time ago, bro, when you was dropping Alleviate, bro.
Yeah.
And on Twitter, you was like, "Oh, I got this shit done. Like, who trying to hear this shit?" And I DM'd you like, "Bro, like, send me the link. I'm tapping in." Like, and since then, like, you sent me Alleviate, you sent me Long Story Short, you even sent me Fuck.
Sucker for Love.
Yeah. There you go. You even sent me Sucker for Love. You sent me all them shits, and you be like, "Yeah, bro, let me know how you feel about this shit." And it's just like crazy, bro, cause it's like, I was there since then, and it's like to hear you progress, like, and change. Like, you even told me when, like, you sent me Long Story Short, you said, "Yeah, bro, like, this is an alternative one." Like, that was the first thing you told me, like, it's alternative. Like, before you think, it's gonna be like the same shit that I was doing Alleviate, alternative. And I didn't expect it to be as alternative as it was.
Yeah.
And like that, even that album, like, that just like changed like how I even view music, cause it's like, I knew you as Deon the rapper.
The rapper.
And like your rap was cold, and you even had the persona to match a rapper and like out rap niggas and shit. Like, that's crazy to me. But it's like you was able to flip it from there to like alternative. How would you like say that whole process was for you?
Shoot. It started off with Vince Staples. Cause I would send him everything, like any song. I just wanted honest feedback. I like constructive criticism. And I remember I sent this one song. It was a rap song with singer Katrina, like a good friend. And he told me, like, I understand, we know your roots, we know where you came from, but like, you don't have to stay in this. Like, in a sense, it was like, you don't have to just make a sound for a city. Like, you have to create your own story. He said like a Batman line. It was like, you know what's gonna happen. You know Batman's story. You know what's gonna happen in the beginning and at the end. You know what's gonna happen at the end. Yeah. But it's the plot that needs to be different. You know, in the story. So it's like, once when he told me that, I was like, I really don't need to keep creating like a sound that was done already, like to bring in nostalgia. Why don't I create my own sound, and then I'll be the new nostalgia for somebody else, you know? And I was like, I don't really listen to rap all day. I don't. Like, I don't even know what's going on like right now. I only listen to like alternative and R&B stuff. So it's like, why not make the music that I listen to on a daily and what I enjoy listening to, rather than trying to fit in to what I think the city would like, you know? Yeah. And I know people didn't understand that at first, like when I started switching, but it's like, it was for the better. It's what got me where I am right now to, you know, be able to improve and progress and still stand out, you know? So it was timing and not being afraid of not being the best singer, you know? Yeah. My whole thing was being tolerable, you know? I was like, my favorite artists are always tolerable singers, and their penmanship and their lyrics are everything. So it's like, when you listen to it, it takes you to another world, and it's like, dang, he said this, and the tone was so nice and mellow. It didn't have to wow me like being a crazy singer, because even the craziest singer can write the best songs.
It's all about the emotion.
So that's what made me be okay with my songs.
That's fire. So as far as like alternative goes, would you say that this is where you were trying to go in the end result, or were you seeing yourself just mainly rapping before like whatever happened with you and Vince?
See, before that, I was just like, I had songs that were singing songs, so I had phones off, but I was, like, if you ask Jordan Quick, I was afraid to put out singing songs, you know? Like, I didn't know how people would feel, like, you trying to do this? Like, nigga, go back to rapping. Like, that's what I thought, like, the mind, and I was like, it don't really matter. Like I really don't care what people say. That's when it clicked. Like I really don't care. Like even though, like I like to listen to what people gotta say. I listen, but it's like if it's not anything positive or at least constructive that's gonna help me, I really ignore it.
Because there's no point in saying, oh, like, this shit trash without telling me why it's trash.
Yeah, so
without giving me a
people used
reason.
to tell me that my shit was trash, like in the beginning, like when I first started. But it's like somebody got to start somewhere. Like it's rare when people just start off the bat and just be phenomenal good. You know, that's
like you're not about to just come out of Alleviate and then instantly drop like emotional wreck. That's just not how it works. You got to be there for the process.
Yeah.
Like, and the process is like fire, bro.
Practice makes perfect, man.
Yeah. So I mean, like even like with that, I would say like with the Long Story Short listening party, that was honestly one of the greatest listening parties I've ever been to. Because
fun. I never did that.
Yeah. Like I've been to like maybe a couple, but it'll be just like intimate friends and family, and it's just like, oh, they just play this shit off of the studio speakers and that's it. Like, all right, bye y'all, like that's it. And it cuts. But it's like with yours, it was like even your shows, it just feels like real like communal, like a real like family gathering almost.
It's family gatherings,
like,
man.
I love that, because it's like even with the Long Story Short, like you started off, like I'm not sure if you remember, but you started off just playing the album front to back. But I think you got like 2 or 3 songs through, and you was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just like perform this shit.
Yeah.
And
because like I like to perform. I do. I really like to perform. It's something about it. It gives me adrenaline, you know. It makes me feel happy. And then like when I see other people chiming in, it just takes me to a whole nother level. It's like, dang, you can't recreate those moments. So I like to create moments all the time. And like with the listening party, my whole thing was like, why don't I bring everybody together in a space, like from all different backgrounds, you know, and just be like, everybody learn something about each other, and then they end up being friends. My whole thing is like, I bring one person in, and then that one person bring another person in, and then next you know it's 10 people at the show, then it's 20. Now it's like, oh, everybody see each other, everybody's at the same shows, everyone, you know, it's like everybody's coming out to every show, and the numbers increasing because they bring in people, because they want people to experience, you know, what they experienced that first time. So it's like, I just want to keep building up my family tree. That's what it is, you know.
That's fire.
Because y'all the people that support me. I did my part, you know, and I think now if I could bring everybody together, now everybody's doing they have a role, you know. It's just like family things, you know.
That's hard. What song would you say is your favorite to perform live? When performances was going on.
Favorite. It's hard. It's either between No More, Dreams, and Worry.
That's fire. Yeah.
Between those ones. Because No More was the first song I put out that was the transition.
Definitely, yeah.
And then Worry was my first time wanting somebody else to be a part of something that I was creating, and allow them to write something, you know, and not like constrict them from anything. I wanted her to be herself, and I wrote the hook, I wrote my verse. I was like, okay, I'm giving this to you. You have this platform to be able to showcase what you got, you know, and so people can hear it. And Brenda, she did that, you know. She
killed it.
She did that, you know, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy the studio time. We gonna meet here. We met there. I was like, all this time is really for you to record your part. Like, I'm here to support. And you know, it was jitters at first, but I was like, you got this. This is what you really made to do, you know. And it's just me believing in people that I see, you know, that has it, you know, that may not think they can really pursue it, but like to do it for fun, you know. But it's like, y'all are like the real stars. Like, I'm the fan right now. I know y'all have something that I can't bring to the table. So it's like, that's who I like to work with. People that can do what I cannot do, you know. and bring something different, and that's all I like. So
that's fire. Your shows, bro, like really like put me on, because for me, I'm more of a like, I don't know, emotional kind of listener. I want the emotion behind it, and sometimes it's hard to get all that emotion out of like a song that you just listen to on Apple Music or even a music video. Like sometimes you need to actually see them live. I think Peace was the first song where it's like, yo, like I fucked with it, it was cool, but once I heard it live and felt that kind of feeling where you just jump in, you just happy about the shit, and like everybody's just yelling, can't wait till I get on. Like that's fire, bro. Like
feeling,
I
man.
love that song now. Like every time it comes on, I turn that shit up, bro. Like, cause it brings me back to that feeling. It brings me back to the show fully packed out. Oh, fully packed out. I didn't expect that. That was a fire show. Like that was probably the last show I would say I went to before the whole pandemic. Like, and it was
a lot of people.
A beautiful show, bro.
Damn.
Like so many people out there that I knew, so many people pulled up, and I know sometimes like with shows people pull up because it's just I don't got nothing to do that day. Like people pulled up for you. Like people knew the lyrics. People were like happy. People were listening to what you were saying. Like, all right, fuck it, wave. We going this way, that way. It's nothing like. And it was fire to see you even command a crowd like that. That's hard.
Yeah. It's that thing is going crazy, but I would say, man, at heart, I'm a leader, man. I am. I like to control, and like I like people to be on some call and recite type vibe. So it's like at the shows, that's just like, oh, this is what I do already in my head. Like I see it. So it's like it's nothing to me to go out there and stand in front of a lot of people and try to get everybody in the crowd to be on my team in my terms for this 30 minutes, this hour, you know. Even when I got the pleasure to do the Snoop thing, I even had those 100,000 people.
That was crazy.
I had those people waving and following what I had
That was
to
what,
say,
Brick, when you performed that, and you was just like, wait, and they was really with this shit.
Because you gotta listen. It's
That's
like,
fire.
at the end of the day, you gotta listen. Like, I know you may not know me, but this moment right here is everything to me. So if you're gonna be here and watch, you're gonna participate. It's all about participation. Cause I know if you was up there, I'll help you out too. Like if I was in that crowd and cheer you on. Like it was an artist, who was it? Hollandaise. I did a show at Hollandaise, and this was before I even knew who he was, and like everybody was like, I know people joked about him, you know, and was probably laughing, but it's like me, I was like, this dude has it. He's not afraid of nothing. He's up there. He's performing.
And that's key with this. That's definitely key.
He has so much energy and filled with life that I was like, that is me, you know, filled with life and don't care. Just trying to get our emotions off, our thoughts off. That's really it, and like bring everybody together. So that's what I love. I see a lot in people early. Yeah.
That's hard. Is it kind of difficult for you to see that in people, or is it right off the bat you can see like how humble and genuine people are?
You know it. You can feel it. Because when it's not authentic, you can tell. You can tell when people forcing relations. Like I know it. Like I'm a Gemini. People hate me. People hate us. You know, I sense vibrations early on. You know, I know everything. Like that's my mentality. So like when I'm around people, I know when it's like a genuine feeling. That I know when people care. I know when people want the most out of people. I know when people disrespect people, you know, because we all done it, you know, so it's not like it's new to us. So it's like when you see it, embrace it, you know. And me, like, I only want authentic relationships around me. So that's what it is. That's really all it is, man.
That's far. So as far as authentic relationships goes, musically, are there any new artists like that you know of or that you know personally that you fuck with that's like currently making music or making waves or up next, if you want to say that? Like,
man, I've been listening to this one dude, man, Reggie. This nigga name is Reggie. This nigga's hard because like he has like the voice, you know, like I got my raspy voice and all that, and it's like when I listened to him the first time, I could have sworn like, damn, this is some shit that I should have made, you know?
Yeah.
And he made me feel like it's hope, you know, that like people that have our tones, you know, or at least trying to be like themselves, like in all forms, like where we come from and embracing where we come from, that's everything. So like when I seen him, when I found that song, I was like, yeah, this nigga got it on me. So like hopefully in the future, like I could do something with him. Who else? Yeah, it's not too many. It's not too many, but mainly him. That's who I put on every day. Like, what? Put this on.
So do you listen to more like oldies than new music?
Right now, yeah, I've been listening to the oldies because I wanna learn their pockets.
Okay.
You know, I wanna.
So you studying? You studying basically?
Do.
Okay.
I mean, Sage didn't come out of nowhere. That's D'Angelo in the flesh.
That's a cool song.
You know, Sage was me listening to Send It On every day for 2.5 years. But it's like, of course, like I always listen to it, but it's like, this is what I put on every day. It's a ritual. Like even right now, like if you look at my phone, it's in like the recent play, like Voodoo is in the recent play. And it's something I listen to every day.
Yeah.
So it's like I study like how he's doubling, when he's going into the high note, where like the breakdowns, you know, how to create a song where it's like it feels like a bridge all the way through. Like Lady, like when you listen to Lady by D'Angelo, it feels like a bridge the whole time.
Yeah, the whole song feels like, oh, it's about to be something like climactic that's going to finish it up, but it's not. That's the whole song. You know, it's that whole feeling.
He was able to make that song goddamn 6 minutes long. You know, saying like with the most simplistic lyrics. You know, that's my whole thing. Just trying to be simple and get a point across. You know. And I've been learning that to say less, but it means more.
Okay.
You know? That's basically Love in a Basket, shoot. Saying less and being able to get my point across.
Okay, so you said
really
saying less.
too much.
Yeah, definitely to get your point across. So as a fan, this is fan Brandon speaking right now.
Fan Brandon.
You have not dropped not one project that was over 10 tracks. Like, are we going to get more for the next one or for anything, or is that just where you at? Like, just real 10s, real sweet, simple, and just give it to you?
Short and sweet, man. Straight to the 10s.
I mean, you
I
do
love
it well.
10s, man. It's just something about it. I just feel like you don't need, like me, I give you enough to where you really don't need more. It's like, I want people to be able to, like, it ended, let me run it back again. Like, and I feel like you about to drag out another hour long, hour and a half, when it's like I can get my point across in a whole project in 10 songs. And usually, like when I do projects, it's like that's all I be having.
That's all you be having? That's all you be having?
That's all I be having.
You make a lot of music though.
Do I? I don't.
You don't?
I don't. Like people think I make a lot of music, but I really don't. I perfect those songs. Like I write, like my whole thing is like if I could get 10 to 12 ideas out in a year and I perfect those, that's a project for you right there.
That's true.
I know I can execute the rap or the singing. I know if it's not good, I won't put it out. So you will never hear about it. So those ones go back burner. But it's like the 10s, like I know, like after I write it, I know like I'm about to make something and it's going to be it. Like everything, like Gelato, I knew it was it.
Yeah. When
I sat down, I wrote it. I was like, even before recording, I knew I was going to perfect that.
Okay.
That was nothing to prove. I knew it was it. I wrote it to Quick's Groove, like 6 or something by DJ.
I saw that tweet.
DJ Quick.
That's hard.
So like I waited till I got that production. So I write, and then like when the time is right, I know I'll get a production that will fit this feeling.
Oh, so you write before you even have a beat?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, but right now, my process right now has been vibes. So I go in and don't write anything and just say the first things that come to my mind. And then we do jam session, we record, and then we take all the ideas and then put it together, and it's like a record. That's it.
That's crazy. Because like for me, like emotional wreck, maybe it's because you had NCR there, the interlude, but it's like it felt real quick to the punch. It flowed evenly to the point where it's like you get to rush and you're like, all right, like this is a nice little song. It's like, all right, what's next? And that's it. You just hear silence. Like, bro, what? Like, that's it. Bro, I was so hot because I really like, I got in my car when you dropped it. I was like, all right, bet, like new Dion. I'm about to drive for a minute. Bro, I got like maybe like, I'd say like no longer than like 10 exits after like getting onto the freeway and shit, like traffic. And I'm like, oh, this shit done? I'm like, bro, I haven't even made it to PCH yet. I was trying to cruise out PCH to this shit. But it's like, even still, like, because it's so short, like you said, like the attention span is real short now. So it's like, that gave you everything that you needed.
That's
Like,
all you needed, man.
it gave you perfect tracks. And then even Rush, like that was a different kind of track from you. So it's like, it just gave you what you needed, and then that was it, and you just cut. So that's hard.
It's loop records, you know, projects that you can put on repeat over and over and over and
While
over.
you clean and just putting on.
You know?
Yeah.
Like 20-something minutes. You don't need more than 30 minutes. Like, I feel like people is so big on trying to expand and make hour-long projects, but then, like, who's really listening?
Who's gonna listen to those last 4 like songs off the 16 project?
Yeah, like a lot of it's like fillers, you know. I'd rather have my strong 10 and run with that, even if it's like 25 minutes long. That's
no
enough.
skips though.
That's enough for me. Like really, if you think about it, my project's really only been 9 songs, and people don't even get that because I throw in an interlude every time.
Yeah.
So it's either a production to slow you down, and it's like, listen to this. This is what I want you to hear, because I wrote to this, but I didn't feel like I should write to. I wanted my friends to shine.
Like a track like Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit. Because it's just like
even
a nice
Sucker
little
for Love interlude.
Yeah.
Like, that's just letting people shine and not think about me.
Yeah. That's dope. For sure dope. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But I just wanted to ask, like, as far as Long Beach goes, like, how has Long Beach been there, or, you know, like, supported you throughout all your endeavors, or even, like, how has it shaped you? I'll say that. How has Long Beach shaped you and, like, made you the person that you
are? You see everything here, you know, all walks of life. You see all situations unfold. I feel like it's no escaping from anything, especially, like, I stay on, you know, MLK, so it's like you see gang life, but then you also see happiness. You also see opportunities for people. So it's like it's everything in one. Of course, you get to choose your own path. That's what it is. It's acceptance out here, you know, and believing in art. So it's like, as long as you know yourself, nobody can really tell you anything out here. Being from Long Beach, like, what? I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else. I don't really care about nowhere else.
So if an outsider were to come to you and ask you to describe Long Beach, how would you describe it? Like, one word, like a couple of words, like real quick.
One word. Damn, that is a good ass question, because I would just say everything that they probably want in their life. I would say, shit, that is a hard ass question, because it's like a like, it's like a, like, you know how like companies have like their major, like we're the major, and everything else is umbrellas. Because it's nothing that we haven't done here.
Okay.
From sports to art to actors to painters, we have it all. It's a hub of greatness, you know. I would say the most unique. I don't care about no other place. We got the most unique. Of course, other places may have more rappers and stuff, but we are the most unique. And it's no coincidence why people want to come here. It's no coincidence why people want to learn our lingo, why people try to discredit us. But it's like, what? Your favorite artists love our music.
Yeah.
your favorite artist wanted to collaborate with our best.
Mhm.
You know, wanna shoot the best movies out here.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Like we got the most everything. Of course, like um, it's put into a category like L.A.
Yeah.
But it's like what
It's completely
LA.
different.
We're too different.
I'm from like LA area.
You
It's
know,
completely different
too
out
different.
here.
You know,
Feels like a different state almost out here. Like
you know,
I love it though.
it's different, man. I just say we're different, man, and we breed greatness. It's just we're just cut different.
That's hard.
Man.
Well, I want to appreciate you and
Appreciate
thank
you,
you
man.
for, coming out and sitting down with me.
We had to park, man.
So that was Dion. I don't know what else you want me to say.